Hey guys, welcome to episode 12 of Brackish Coast vlog and podcast. Today we're going to be talking about what to do to help you as a fisherman as a whole. Just sharing a few tips, a few strategies to use or not to use just to make you a better overall fisherman. You may be consuming this content via Stitcher or SoundCloud or Google Play or iTunes, whatever you're consuming it on, if that's the podcast, or even on YouTube. And if you guys are listening to this audio only, then you might want to head on over to YouTube and click the subscribe button, hit the bell icon. Brackish Coast is the channel, just so you can kind of get the video side of things. It's the same content, audio, visual, going to be the same, but the visual side adds a little bit. So without further ado, let's get into the episode that is brought to you today by Bending Branches Paddles. Just incredible paddles. Absolutely love them. This is my favorite one here on the wall. See, this is another perk of the YouTube. You can see the paddle I'm pointing at. It's the Navigator, and a very badly abused Navigator. I've had it about 2 years, and it has been brutally beaten and scarred and pushed off oysters and scratched, but it still looks like an art piece. So, great paddle. I love it. Bending Branches, you got to check them out. BendingBranches.com. All right, so let's get into the episode, the content. What can make you a better fisherman? Well, let's start by this. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a short story about something that happened personally with me. And not going to name names, not going to name anything, but just to keep this person's identity, kind of a secret and whatnot. Or not a specific person. It's actually been several people. But anyway, I had a guy come to me, like sending me messages. Got my phone number, started texting me. He was like, "Man, I really need help on this certain species. You catch a lot of them. I can't catch any when I go out. So what do I do? What do I do?" Well, I gave him some tips, some generic tips, and just a week or so later, he texted me back, "Man, went out, done what you said, caught a few, but I'm not where I want to be." So I help him a little more. Like, this guy's, continually asking for help, so I help him. I help him a little bit, I help him a little bit more, and this is inshore, by the way. So finally, they're at it. He's losing confidence. He don't have any confidence that he can catch his fish. He's wanting to enter a tournament, and I know you're not supposed to get tied up in the spots, but there's a specific spot that, regardless of tide, regardless of wind condition, regardless of anything going on that can change a fish's location, the fish are there if bait is there. And when I say there, they're within about a 250 yard space all the time, regardless of conditions. Wintertime, there's not any flounder there, but reds and specks are there, and in the summer you can catch red, specks, flounder, and even a few other bonus species. But anyway, so this place, literally, it could be called the Barrel just because it's hard to find, no fishing pressure. Nobody goes there unless they specifically search it out on Google Maps and get there, and it's wild. You can't get a boat there. You have to drag a kayak to it. It's just one of those spots you just gotta go, and you wouldn't believe it until you actually saw it. And like I say, it should be called the Barrel. Well, because it's like catching fish in a barrel. I don't think I explained that, but anyway, that's what it is. It's like catching fish in a barrel in that spot. Or not spot, but this area. It's a larger area, kind of a bayou thing, marsh and whatnot, oysters. Anyway, so finally, like, as a confidence booster, I'm like, "Look, man, tell you what, I'm going to drop you a pin. You're going to have to park on the side of the road. You're going to have to drag your kayak over this marsh grade. You're going to get muddy, but you're going to get there, and I promise you, you're going to catch fish." So he goes, and next day, sends me a message, crushed them. And he sends me a picture, he's got this limit of fish. And I'm like, okay. I release everything, especially there, because it's a smaller area, it's not pressured at all. And those fish, they're getting to the size that's phenomenal. But anyway, so few weeks later, he's not asking me for help anymore. Sends me another picture. Crushed him again in our spot. Whoa. He said our spot. Okay. Maybe a little uneasy. A couple weeks later, it's all over Facebook. Pictures of the place. Just him. Still a limit of fish, and he's toting limits of fish out every time. Several species of fish. And then a couple weeks later, he's posting pictures of him and his buddies in that spot. I'm like, well, I gave you that spot to help you out as a confidence booster, not so you can go rape it and get all of the fish out of there that you want. So, keeps going. I start seeing his friends post pictures from that spot. I'm like, what's going on? This is a spot that literally 90% of the people that fish it is me and a few of my friends. And the people that actually have property on the water. Those are the only people that fish it. Because that's the only people that know about it. And this guy's going all the time. And now his friends are on there. And now it's on public forums and public Facebook groups. The guy wanted help and he came to me. I gave him help. He needed a confidence booster. So I gave him a location to go and told him, this is a secret location. This is one of my honey holes. This is where I go when I need to catch fish. When I need to film fish, this is where I'm going. And it's blasted over social media. Okay, so after that story, number one, he will never get another tip from me personally. Because that's just overstepping bounds. When somebody gives you a location that they worked hard to find, they spent hours researching Google Maps, you don't discriminate that spot by posting it all over social media. Dropping a map, dropping a pin on social media, come on now. That's ridiculous. That gets me fired up. That's the spot I worked hard to find, and he's giving it out for free to people. So number one, no, he will never get another spot or any other tip from me. Number two, he has contacted me again wanting help with another species. Completely ignored it. Number three, now his buddies are telling their buddies. The last time I went to that spot, there was quite a few people in it. And it's not one of those spots that can hold a lot of people in it. It's 3 kayaks max, 4 kayaks. Is pushing it if you're gonna fish it effectively. And I trusted this guy, gave him a spot, gave him some tips to it, and he blew it. So number one, if someone helps you out, help them out in return. This guy's never helped me out. This guy's never like, hey man, I'm gonna fillet some of these fish and give them to you. Nothing like that. He's never offered, hey man, come fishing with me. In one of his locations or some, a location that he knows well. Nothing like that. So that's a bridge that is burned. I trusted the guy. I went out on a limb and helped him out, and it burnt me. And he burnt the bridge for me to ever help him or to go fishing with him, ever. Not that I, just hate the guy, but I'm not gonna. I work hard for what I do. I work hard for the spots that I get, the spots I fish, the species I catch. I work hard to get the research to do all of this. And I don't want people screwing that up for me. So, no, he will not get any spots. He will not get any more tips. That sort of thing. And I'm not speaking to anyone specifically. There's actually been several people like that. But one very recent that just pushed me over the top. I'm like, you know what? Maybe he's new to fishing. I really don't know his backstory, honestly. But if you're new to fishing, that's a big no-no. If you're new to the sport, new to the way things are, it's a tight-knit community. You work hard for what you get, and you enjoy the spoils of what you get from your hard work, not other people's hard work. It's like stealing almost. So yeah, that's going to take you very far. If just for instance, if he would have asked me for a spot, for tips and locations and whatnot, and I give him all that, And then he contacts me. He's like, hey man, I know this other spot that's really good for, redfish. And why don't you come with me one day? That would have been completely okay. I wouldn't have burnt his spot. I wouldn't have ruined his spot. I wouldn't have posted it all over social media. And it would have been kind of a payback. Hey, you done hard work. I done hard work on my spot. Let's swap. No, it didn't work like that. It's terrible that, it's like feeding the bears. You feed the bears, they quit hunting on their own. They start relying on you, to give them feed. So it's almost that same exact mentality. Like you feed the bear once, they're going to expect more. So, lesson learned for me, not to feed the bears, but to point the bears in the right direction to get food. So, shame on me. But regardless, don't burn somebody's spots. Don't burn somebody's advice. Don't burn somebody's tips. Don't make anybody mad like that. Don't overfish their place. If they give you a spot, or if they give you a, hey, try this area, try this location, try this, or whatever. Don't overuse it so much that you get dependent on what they're doing. Do your own research. Google Maps is a great place to start. Google Maps is not per se the best map at every situation. You got to use a variety of maps, but look for the locations you're needing. Answer a few questions. 1, what's your target species? Number 2, what is your target species like? And number 3, where are the most likely areas that you can find that target species? Well, it starts from the air. Get on Google Maps, get on Bing Maps, MapQuest. And there's a few more you can find. The NASA map is live, and it can show you the actual water, conditions. It's a lot higher up. You can't zoom in so far, but find those maps, find those locations, and go out and search your own. Spend an hour one night doing some research on a species. Just say flounder. Find some points, some rocky oyster points. Find it your own, and get out there and fish it yourself. Help somebody else. At the same time, don't burn someone that's helped you. That's all I'm getting at. Like, come on. Don't mess someone else's up, someone else's spots. Don't be in their spot fishing when they roll up, and stuff like that. They take you there. Respect it. Respect them. Respect the spot. If they don't keep fish there, don't keep fish there. Like, if they showed it to you, it's public water. You can do what you want, but come on, there's some ethics here. Let's be a group of fishermen. Let's start being as one. Fishing, helping each other out, taking kids fishing. But there's a line that you just don't cross. Don't cross that line. Don't burn somebody's spots. Don't make them mad. Don't tick them off. Don't make them dislike you at all, to not help you anymore. That's not cool, man. That's not cool at all. Anyway, sorry if this felt like a rant. Kind of did to me. I'm on the other end of the camera, so it kind of felt like a rant to me, so I'm sure it is going to be to you guys as well. But anyway, it's just ethics. Learn them. It will be good. If I help you out, don't burn me. These videos here, I'm not giving generic spots. I'm giving you tips on species and whatnot, so it's fine. Blast them. But if I personally take you fishing, or if I personally send you a map with a pin on it, don't share that with anybody. And if someone else sends you that kind of stuff, don't share it with anybody unless they specifically say you can. Really, don't burn bridges, because you can get a wealth of information from other anglers. If you treat them right, they will in turn treat you right. So, anyway, that's it for this episode, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Check out Bending Branches, and we will see you in the next episode of Brackish Coast Outdoors. See you guys later. Good vibes, tight lines, and God bless.